The Innovative Investor's Guide to Bitcoin and Beyond. There are a lot of things we can say about cryptos. To begin, I'd like to suggest that we stop calling them cryptocurrencies. Perhaps we could just refer to them as crypto assets. Yes, some can be classified as cryptocurrencies, but many others are not vying for the title. For starters, it puts the banking industry and existing payment rails in jeopardy. It's irrelevant if Bitcoin will be the ultimate currency. Any token with a liquid market can be used as a medium of exchange as long as the buyer and seller can access it. Moreover, several crypto assets can be used as both a store of value and a medium of trade. The optimization of each of those qualities is the difference between them. Only time will tell which ones will be the most valuable to the market. Bitcoin has the potential to become an exchange currency and a sort of digital gold that provides an anchor for the global financial system. It's also possible that another crypto will fill that position. The bottom line is that once the genie is out of the bottle, there is no going back. People and nations with capital controls will not want to return to their permanently debased native currencies now that they have tasted global markets. And no matter how crucial it is, the payment rails function is a drop in the bucket. Ethereum is a different species even when compared to Bitcoin in the mainstream media. The Ethereum token is merely a governance token that may be used to regulate the network. Proof of stake is Ethereum's future protocol, which means that validators in the network will need to hold a stake in order to perform operations. The token then becomes nothing more than a means of obtaining a lease to use the network. The demand for network space is what will give it worth. Networks like Ethereum are the operating system. If miners are the hardware, the popularity of programs will determine the value of the OS. To put it another way, the store lease's value will be determined by the attractiveness of the avenue, street. As a result, a new generation of applications, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, and others will emerge in these networks. The visible face of the revolution is decentralized finance, smart contracts, and NFTs. Other business models, on the other hand, are emerging. They're doing this because the characters they're creating in the game, for example, are NFTs that can be sold in a marketplace. Previously, the game's characters were the property of the game's creators. However, one in particular has left a lasting impression on me. The Polkadot Kusama ecosystem is allowing individual investors access to venture capital. Kusama is a chain of chains that allows interoperability between many blockchains. It's a sort of test net for Polkadot, but with its own profile. Parachains are chains that are tied to Kusama. These are self-contained enterprises that want both the independence of a blockchain and the benefits of being a member of a larger network. Security, developers, scale. The network's economics are very excellent. Kusama rents a small number of network slots through auctions. People can go to the projects and stake Kusama tokens in exchange for prizes from the project promoters once the auctions are open. In a new initiative, the awards are frequently in the form of tokens. Kusama has a project-specific website where you can look up the pitch, milestones, and recent activities. It is not a comprehensive look at the projects, but rather an entrance point with standardized information for all of them. The democratization of venture financing is already fantastic. But another breakthrough could blow our minds. It took centuries for the present forms of corporations to evolve into their current complex configuration. Limited responsibility allowed for exceptional invention and risk-taking, which aided in the acceleration of progress. Decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, are an example of the boiling plate for new society formations. Companies have grown to enormous proportions, allowing them to control reality. However, many people see those companies as soul-crushing, and some employees are attempting to leave. The decentralized nature of work is exemplified by the crypto development community. The truth is that with crypto projects, hierarchy isn't always obvious. They are frequently dispersed groups of developers working on a single problem. They do, however, appear to self-organize in the aggregate. Yes, there are some initiatives that overlap, but when we look at the varied nature of the enterprises, we can see that there are enough distinct efforts. The trend is obvious. People who identify with the blockchain's values, vision, and regulations begin constructing the practical blocks that will bring it to life. In essence, you can pick your own tribe and help it grow. For a long time, many corporations have experimented with variations of this by allowing their staff to devote time to initiatives that they enjoy. Big organizations, on the other hand, have a tendency to abandon projects as soon as they fail to reach quarterly estimates due to their centralized nature. Even politics could be disrupted by self-organization and algorithmic governance. According to studies, people are dissatisfied with the current political system. Blockchain could assist to alleviate this. We could, for example, have a periodic vote on the general blockchain vision and goals, followed by decentralized groups working on those goals. The network's regulations apply to everyone. That could be a far more effective method to maintain political accountability. Furthermore, the ecosystem is open source, and it was designed to work with other blockchains rather than against them. Liquidity providers in Ethereum, for example, frequently employ Bitcoin as collateral. Smaller blockchains may not be pushed out of the market, but instead welcomed by interoperability. For the time being, I believe Bitcoin will be the most widely used cryptocurrency. Institutional investors have found it easier to understand and invest in blockchain. As a result, if a valuation approach for other blockchains is anchored to the Bitcoin market price, it is likely to give superior results. As a result, we'll employ a simple Bitcoin-based value model. Assume a bear scenario in which Bitcoin loses 20% of its value by the end of the year and the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio remains at 0.06. In this instance, the predicted price of ETH would be $2,938.51, down from $4,134.24 at the moment. Let's design a bull scenario in which the Bitcoin price rises 30% by the end of the year and the ETH/BTC ratio falls to 0.1. The estimated price of Ethereum would then be $7,958.47. The jury is yet out on what blockchain's role will be, but the current horizon suggests that it will be much more than a payment system. Blockchain appears to be an excellent decentralization tool. It resolves a number of trust-related difficulties by aligning various agents that could easily go rogue and throw the entire project into turmoil. If I had to sum it up in one word, blockchain is a tool for decentralization and disintermediation. Well, guys, that's all we have found for you today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Take care. Goodbye.